Okay, so I literally just got done watching The Lost World Jurassic Park, and I gotta say, it's not as bad as everybody says it is. A lot of people really seem to hate on this film, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, sure, it's not as good as the first Jurassic Park, but it definitely is a fun adventure. It's got some cool ideas. It's got one of my favorite characters of the franchise, Ian Malcom, as the lead, and honestly, he's the best character in it. Jeff Goldblum did a great job. The other cast, they did pretty good. There's nothing to stand out, but they did a pretty alright job. Like Julianne Moore, Vince Vaughn, they were pretty great. So the deal is this time InGen is coming in to take some dinosaurs to the mainland and open them up in a zoo. So InGen is just like every time they're always getting in the way of stuff and just always causing mayhem. It's always their fault, and it's so crazy to think that they're still in business today. But I gotta say, there was a lot of cool things in here. I'm gonna touch on the dinosaurs in a minute, but first I want to say a funny thing I found was that a lot of the dinosaur roars that you hear in the film is you can also hear them in the special edition of A New Hope re-released for Star Wars, which I thought was kind of funny. And there's really not too much more to touch on except for the ending, which I thought was really great, but I'm just going to go ahead and touch on the dinosaurs, which I gotta say, the CG was improved a bit more. It's not 100% the best still, like it's not as good as the quality we have today, but I noticed they don't use CG very often. It shows up a bit, like way more at the very end, especially with the T-Rex, and I do actually appreciate that the CG raptors that they had at times do match the puppeteering, which I thought was great. I'm very happy that they improved on that. However, when you see the T-Rex CGI, I notice it's still not the best. Like sometimes it is, especially when it's at night in the rain, but like toward the end of the film when it's on the mainland and that last shot of all the dinosaurs, that is so CG that it does not match whatsoever the quality of the puppeteering, obviously, but it was just really, it caught me off guard. I was like, wow, they're just going all in on this close-up of the T-Rex CGI, and it's not working. But I actually thought it was really cool. The trailer sequence was really great. What I noticed was they have two T-Rex this time, which I thought was really cool. But I noticed that one looked very familiar, and if I had to guess, it's probably the one they built for the first Jurassic Park film. I'm not saying it's the same T-Rex. I know it's the same T-Rex that's in Jurassic World, that's in the first Jurassic Park, but the T-Rex in this film, I don't think it's the same one. If it is, let me know, correct me, but I don't think it is, but I think it's the same animatronic that they built for the first film, because it looks so 100% similar, whereas the second one they built looks slightly different. And there's also a baby T-Rex animatronic, which I thought also looked really good. And as I said, not all the CG is really great. Like the beginning with the Stegosaurus, I don't know if that's which dinosaur it is, but you know, when they first get to the island and they're looking at these dinosaurs close up, like the CG isn't the best. It's not like too awful, like it's passable, but it's not the best. It's probably some of the worst in the film. But when it gets close up to the puppets, seriously, Stan Winston, once again, they did fantastic. I also thought the little Poppy dinosaurs were really good. I thought their animatronics, as well as their CG, blended beautifully. I thought they worked out very well, and they're probably the best blending of CG and animatronic in the film. But let's go ahead and talk about the ending, which I super loved, is that the T-Rex is going around San Diego, and it's so cool to see. It reminds you of something from a Godzilla film, which was nice, and they even had like a little in-joke with people being chased, and I thought that was really funny. But what I find interesting is that I noticed in the trailers that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is going to be revisiting that idea of the dinosaurs on the mainland. I'm very much looking forward to that. You see shots of the new dinosaur like inside of a house, inside of a building complex, and you see the big aquatic dinosaur, which name I'm blanking on, at the beach while people are surfing waves, and that's going to be really fun to explore. I already have my tickets for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom premiere, so I am very much looking forward to seeing it, and I will get you guys that review as soon as it comes out. But next week we'll be talking about Jurassic Park 3, but let me go ahead and right now finish up my thoughts of The Lost World Jurassic Park. It's not as good as the first Jurassic Park, obviously, but it's really not that bad. I honestly think it's a pretty worthy successor. I think Spielberg did a pretty good job for a follow-up, especially when you think hey, we had this big T-Rex sequence that was a big breakout hit, how can we top it? Well, let's have two T-Rexes attacking a giant trailer, and I honestly thought the set piece was really good. I think it turned out very well, and it's just overall pretty fun time. It's pretty like laid back watch. It's not something I want to constantly revisit like I would maybe the first Jurassic Park film or maybe Jurassic World, but I think it's pretty alright. So overall I think it's okay. It's a pretty fun time, and I think it's probably the third best in the series so far. And then next week we will be talking about Jurassic Park 3, which is actually my least favorite of the franchise, and hopefully I can find some good redeeming qualities in it to offer to you guys. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe if not already, come back every Friday at 1 o'clock to see a new Jurassic review. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always.